Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Silver Graphics, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to create an Instagram post design using Adobe Photoshop. So if this is your first time here in this channel, kindly please subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss any of my tutorials, and don't forget to hit the like button and drop a comment. Now let us jump right into this video. Here I'm using Adobe Photoshop 2023, and this basically works for any version of Photoshop. So if you're probably using the old version of Photoshop, you can just switch on to Adobe Photoshop 2022 or 2023. Now let's get started. So first we need to put a color background for this design. So I'm going to go to my adjustments layer and click on gradient. Now click on the gradient fill, click on it and go to oranges, and we'll click on this color. So right here, once I click on the color, I'll click OK, and right here we have this. Then change the style to radial. Now this is looking good, but let us scale this a little bit. So on scale here, just increase this a little bit. Okay, 1 to 5. Let's take it a little bit to see how it looks like. 140. Okay, I'll put this at 141, or let us put this at 140. I think this looks better. 135. Let's see if there's any difference. Okay, we'll put this at 135 and click OK. So right now we've just placed our background. Now let us take our text tool and type. Let's give this Montserrat font. So if you don't have this font, I will drop, there's a link in the description where you can download the resources for this design. So Montserrat, and let us give it type logo here. Now to reduce the line height between this text, you go to the text here and let's change this to, okay, let's change this to 10. Let's put it back at 11. I think 11 is okay, and we'll place it right at the left hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to take my text tool and also type special. So we change this font using the Heineka font. So we increase the size. I'll give this white. We also take our text tool and type using caps lock orange juice. So take your text tool and let's try the Bebas font. Bebas font. So place this here. We can reduce the space between the text. So let's give this -10, -25. Okay, I think that should be it. Now we put this right here, and we take our text also and type. We don't want this in capital letter. So we type today's special offer. Take your text to let us reduce the space between the text, give it 0. And here we can reduce the size of the text. Okay, 14 sounds good. Now we place this right here. Now we can just take this up and just put this here for the main time. Now we want to create the main design right here. So right here, these are our files here. So right now I'm going to bring them up above the text layers. So first of all, we have this. So let us drag it up above the layers. So this, we have an orange here, and this, we also have this. So place this here. Let us place this. We can also use guidelines, Control R, to bring out the rulers. So we take it and place it here. So just write on the line, just to make sure that everything is aligned. And we have the juice. Let's take this up and place it here. Okay, right here we're still going to use this. Then we have this and this. Yeah, we have this. Now we'll place this beneath the layers. Now we're placing this here. Now we're going to take Ctrl T, or you go to edit and free transform. Reduce the size of this. Reduce the size. And click OK. So right here, we have this splash effect here, this splash PNG. Now we're going to increase the size. Ctrl T. Let us increase the size. So this just creates an effect right here. And this will be beneath the layers. And we Ctrl J to duplicate it, creating us that effect. Ctrl T to transform. Then we can rotate this a little bit at a different angle. Now Ctrl J to also duplicate it again. Let's duplicate it. Now we take this right here. And we Ctrl J and we duplicate it. Ctrl T, free transform. Now let's rotate it and place it right here, just to give us that feel of effects. Alright, so what we're going to do next now is to create a shadow for the oranges. For this, we can change the direction of which this is facing. Well, before we just leave it here. Okay, let's try this out. Go to edit, transform, and flip horizontal. Yes, and we have something like this. So right now we're going to add shadow, and we're also going to add a round circle around this design. So first, let us add that circle before we add the shadow. So go to your tools and go to ellipse tool. Shift drag to draw a circle. So we have that, and let us give it a gradient. So right here at the top, let me zoom this. So right here at the top, you can see this, you can see this, and you can see this. So here we have the gradient. We're going to scroll to oranges and click on oranges. Here we give it that same, but right here we're going to give it, let's click or double click on it, and the same color, and we click OK. Double click on it and let us give it something light and click OK. So let's change this to radial. We change it to radial. For the scale, let us reduce it a little bit, let's say 78%. I hope you can. Let me zoom my screen. 78%. Now let us reverse this. Click here. So this we change this color in a reverse form. So I think this should be okay. Let us scale it. Yeah, and we are good to go. So right here, this is having a black outline. So click on the circle and go to stroke, then click it to 0. So we place it beneath, take it and place it beneath the layers, and we place it right here. Ctrl T. Let us reduce the size. Okay. So now let us work on this logo. For the logo, let's just take the text and reduce it to about 10, 9, and place it at the left hand side. For the special, we are going to increase the size and edit free transform, rotate it a little bit. Let's say to an angle of -15. And for this, Ctrl T, rotate it to an angle of -15. So if you can't see that, we place this also here. And for this, Ctrl T, we rotate it to -15. Now we have that. Now for our juice, right here, let us place this down and take the oranges and place them down. and this also, place it down here. Okay, for the size of this ellipse, Ctrl T, let's reduce the size. Okay, I think that's better. For this, edit free transform, shortcut Ctrl T, and let's place this here. Alright, so now let us add our frame. Take the frame layer, take it up, and we place it right here. Let us change the color. So you go to your adjustment layer and click on use saturation, and you clip it, colorize, and let us give it a green color, a very dark green. I think this is okay. Then you take your ellipse tool and hold your shift and drag. Edit, free transform, and let us place this inside. And we give it a color. Now let's give it green, a dark green. Now we're going to add text to it, but before that, let us take our rectangle tool, create a shape right here, and right here you can see that the shape properties. Now just hold your mouse, click right here and drag right to create an arc at the edges. So you can see, let me close this, so you can see this right here that we have a curved edge. Then Ctrl T, so let us reduce this a little bit, and don't forget the stroke to remove the outline. That is the stroke. So we have that there, and let us bring out our phone call, take it up, and we place it by the side right here. So let us use the ruler to make sure that these are aligned. So for this, let us reduce the size, Ctrl T. Always remember that. For this, we also change the color. Let us not forget our leaves. Let us take our leaves also and take it above the layers. So we have the leaves right here. So we duplicate this, Ctrl J. We also take this to the other side, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Then we place it right here. So Ctrl J to duplicate the leaves. So just to create some kind of design. Okay, and we have that. So now let us add our text. Oh, let us not forget we have a line and a curved arrow. But before we add that, let's quickly add our text, not to waste too much of our time. Alright, so here we have this with the text. Order now. Beneath the juice and the glass, so take your shape tool, ellipse tool, and just drag to create a slant shape and give it color black. Go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. Convert to smart object. Give it radius, let's increase it. Okay, 9.6 and click OK. Now we place this right here and go to opacity of that layer and reduce the shadow. So right now we are giving it shadow opacity of 40%. Ctrl T, Shift, let's reduce this, the length, and that's it. Okay, and so for the orange juice, let's change the text, the font of the text. Let us give it headline 1 and you give it spacing. So let's increase the size. Let's give it size 30, size 36. Okay, now we change the color, orange juice, and now let's not forget our line. So let's take it up. Okay, let's take it to the layer. So we're having so much layers, so to make our work nice and clean, I'm going to group layers. And for the orange layer, let's take this and place this right here. And this, we have this, place this right here. The frame, let us Ctrl T. Let's reduce the size a little bit. And we adjust it a little bit. Now for the line, let us group our text. And for the line, Ctrl T, increase the size. Now let me zoom this. Ctrl T and rotate this a little bit and place it here. And let us change the color. So remember, we can just go to hue, saturation, create clipping mask, colorize, and give this green. And we can select both, Ctrl J and edit, transform, take it to the other side, go to edit, transform, flip horizontal, we rotate it also and place it right here. Now let's check this out. Wow, this is looking good. Here we have orange juice, today's special offer. And for the line, let us bring this right here. Now let's group it. So we have it grouped and you can rename it line. Here we have text. So you can just Ctrl T to reduce the size. So even though you do that, now once we ungroup it and select one of the lines, we can adjust it. And for the other parts, we take it to the side. Alright, and we have that. And our logo here, we can reduce the size, and let's reduce the size between the text. Let's give it 9. Let's not forget our phone number. Now take your text tool and just type And for this, yes, we have to change the color of this. Now to change the color, we can just give it a solid color and click OK. Now you right click and create clipping mask. This will give it color. Now once create clipping mask, right click and select both layers, right click and merge layers. So we've done that and given it color. Now let's check this out. Now design is looking nice and okay. So now finally we have the arrow. Let's take this to the top and let's rotate this and edit, transform, flip horizontal. So place this arrow here. And here we have order now. Let us Ctrl T and let us increase the size a little bit. So making sure they are of the same height, use your ruler as a guideline. Free transform and that's it. So your work has to be good and neat, so you make sure these are correctly outlined. And for the arrow, let us give it white, so we can just use saturation for that, colorize, power clip it, and let's give it white. Okay, now let's transform, edit, transform. Okay, I think this is better. So right now I believe we've added every necessary details. Go to the adjustment layer right above the juice layer and click on color balance. So just to do some touches. So we adjust this at the midtones. You can see the midtones, the shadows. So just click on the midtones and give this a little bit feel. Now I've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.